Well, the G20 kicking off on the last trading day of November. Investors are on edge right now as we await this big meeting between President Trump and President Xi of China. With their analysis to help us understand the ramifications, Fox News contributor and MaxFunds.com founder Jonas Ferris, Surevest Wealth Management CEO and Chief Investment Strategist Rob Luna, and BubbaTrading.com Chief Strategist Todd Horwitz. Todd, let me start with you. Everyone knows the stakes are high. Handicap them for us, something that looks like at least a step toward an ultimate solution or no solution at all. How do we look on Monday?
Good afternoon, Charles. Well, the markets are telling me that there's going to be some sort of a deal. It'll probably be a handshake. Let's work on this and let's put it together, because as you look at the overall equities, we're continuing higher here. Each and every opportunity they get to rally. But I think the real key to look at here is the grain market, because grains have rallied after getting trounced on Monday. They've rallied all weekend. They're all pretty good today. So that tells me that everybody thinks there's going to be at least a status quo. We're going to work on this deal going forward and not to worry about any problems going in the future. That's what it looks like. I think that's wrong, but that's what it looks like.
What do you mean you think that's wrong?
I don't think they're going to get anything really done this week. I think you might see a little bit of a wink and a nod, but there's still a lot of work to do here, and I think the markets may be misinterpreting what's going to happen. I think we could see a spike on Monday, which will be met with some sellers based on the lack of volume we've had all week this week.
Rob, what do you think?
Well, I think the expectation, Charles, is not necessarily a deal to be done, maybe something in terms of no further tariffs at all. And I think the market's just kind of jockeying for position right here. I do think if a deal comes out of this, something that's substantial, I think the markets are going to take off. Let's remember the two major issues that have been holding this market back have been the Fed. We saw Powell blink this week. And if we're able to get something done with China and get trade behind us, this market's prepared to rally, in my opinion.
What kind of deal would constitute that? Because everyone has a different version of success, or, you know what I mean? In other words, framework, an agreement to meet again, or totally coming to a conclusion in this one dinner?
Well, I think some type of substantial conclusion at this one dinner is what would cause a huge rally. I think a framework is more of the expectation. On the flip side, I think if there's nothing done, or if we see rhetoric that's not positive out of this, I think we're going to go back and test the lows that we experienced a couple weeks ago.
Jonas, all the rhetoric, though, in the last 24 hours has been pretty good. There was an editorial in the China Daily that said point blank, China wants to cut a deal. They just want Trump to meet them halfway. We've heard Trump say it today. We've heard Lighthizer say it today. We've heard a representative from China say it today. Everyone, if this is the first time I've seen since this whole thing blew up, everyone on both sides saying they're hopeful for something to happen.
Yeah, I think at this point he only has to meet him 40% of the way. And I'm just looking at what's going on in the stock market, and Chinese stocks and Asian stocks have been weakest since this whole thing started, and they're kind of picking up in the last few days. Now, that doesn't mean everyone's right who's betting on that, but that's where you're going to see the most pop in the action next week, because they're the stocks that got hit the hardest, and they're the ones facing even higher tariffs. So I would expect it would be considered a win if we don't go to higher tariffs. At this point, just having 10%. Markets can handle that. Economy can handle that. It's not going to cause any kind of crisis. That would help the troubles going on in Asian markets and some emerging markets right now because of this. So I would see you're not going to see a big action in the U.S. market because we didn't take a big hit on this. We took a hit on other things, interest rates getting too high. We just talked about tech stocks having all kinds of problems, but not the tariff.
I think of the top 8 worst sessions this year, only one I could tie directly to this. The rest was higher rates or whenever the Fed spoke. I find it interesting, Todd. You think the market's going to positively react, but that's going to be more or less a head fake. What if we get some sort of a communique that for now, those new tariffs that were going to be imposed at the beginning of the next year will be put on ice? To me, I think Jonas is right. I think that's the key thing the markets are probably looking for right now.
Well, listen, Charles, I think there could be some positive news, and you could have some positive movement in the markets. But overall, I think the markets are overdone anyways, as you know, and I think we're headed lower. Again, the interest rate market's going to take over, and they're going to force the Fed to raise rates faster than they want. But we've seen this movie before. This is not the first time. So I think, yes, I've always felt that a Chinese deal was going to be done anyways, and it's not a concern, which has always been reflected in the price of grains. So at the end of the day, I don't think that there's anything that can really stop this market from going lower. I think our next big move is to the downside, at least to test and probably take out those most recent lows, although we could rally through the end of the year. But I think first quarter is going to be very ugly next year.
Rob, there's going to be a lot of anxiety in the last hour of trading whether or not to get long. If people do, is there certain areas that you're looking at?
Yeah, I mean, I think, Charles, the other guest was saying, I mean, you want to be in stocks like Alibaba. You want to be in stocks like Tencent. These stocks have been absolutely crushed. You look at EM, it's been demolished. It's been in a bear market. Technically, though, we're starting to put in a head and shoulders bottom. Those are going to be the names that lead. And if you're looking at the U.S., look at what's up today. Names like Salesforce that just reported great earnings. Names like Amazon. Those are the names that are going to take you higher from here.
All right, Baidu up 2.6%. Alibaba is up. I think someone's listening to you guys. Jonas, Rob, Todd, thank you all three very much.